Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to do something very different and I am going to show you guys how to make lemon bars. If you like recipes like this, let me know down below. I hope you guys like this and let's get started. So luckily there aren't many ingredients to this. It's a pretty simple recipe with mostly just techniques. So you're going to need 2 sticks of unsalted butter. That's 1 cup of butter. You're going to need 6 large eggs. The recipe calls for 4 lemons, but I'm going to use 6. I like lemon bars to be extra tart. Then you're going to need some sugar, some vanilla extract or a vanilla bean if you're fancy, some all-purpose flour, and some salt. So all of these ingredients are pretty simple, most of which you probably already have. So you're going to start with your butter. You're going to put it in a large bowl and you are going to melt it. See, I melted it. So we're going to be making our crust first. You're going to add salt. And you're going to add your vanilla extract. And then you're going to go ahead and add your sugar. Like I said, most of this is just techniques. Proper techniques in pastry are what make things so amazing. And instead of just throwing everything in a bowl, you really have to practice these nice techniques. So now that we have our sugar, butter, salt, and vanilla, we're going to go ahead and take a whisk and whisk that together really nice, and you'll see that it will start to get thick, and that is what you want. You see how it got kind of thick, almost like a batter? So then you're going to go ahead and sift your flour. Very important in pastry to sift flour. I'm just using all-purpose, but you really want to sift it. It really makes a huge difference. You don't want just clumps of flour, you know? So this is kind of weird because you do 2 cups plus 2 tablespoons of flour. I know it seems weird, that extra 2 tablespoons, but believe me, please. I always think sifted flour looks really pretty. It kind of looks like snow. Alright, so then you're just going to use a spoon and you're going to mix it up. So this is a shortbread. It's really not going to have any leaveners or anything in it. It doesn't need any. It's going to be kind of like a cookie, just a vanilla cookie. I like this recipe a lot. I don't know, something about this shortbread, it works. But so you're just going to mix that all together really well. You don't really have to worry about over mixing when it comes to this, but just make sure like all the dry ingredients are properly incorporated. There aren't any leaveners or baking soda, baking powder or anything, so you don't really have to worry about that. You see, it's a nice dough, nice moist dough, and I didn't know how to add ads into this, so it's ad break time. I figured this would be easier, so bon appetit. Okay, hi, now we're back. So you're going to want to line a 9x13 glass pan with some parchment paper. I like to overline it, so there's a lot of extra parchment so you can kind of pull the bars out later and cut them. It makes it so much easier and the filling won't like get messy or anything. So you're just going to want to press it into the pan and you're going to bake this at 325 for about 20 minutes, 20 to 22 minutes, depending. It Well, it's going to be a little bit brown around the edges, but not too brown. You don't want to overbake it because you're going to end up baking this again. But try 20 minutes and that should be good. Okay, so now we are going to make our filling. So I'm using 6 lemons, even though the recipe only says to do 4. I like it extra tart. I think it's just really nice. So I'm gonna do 6 large lemons, and you're gonna squeeze them. I'm doing it through the strainer, so it gets all the pulp and seeds out, and I don't have to worry about that. And now we're going to start making our filling. So you're going to want to sift your sugar and your flour together. This will make sure that everything is properly combined and incorporated. It's really important that the flour and the sugar are properly combined before you add your wet ingredients. I'm even going to go in with the whisk and make sure it's even more combined. It's really, really essential that your sugar and your flour are combined, or you'll get like lumps of flour in your filling, which is not cute. It's not cute at all. All right, now we're going to add our lemon juice. And we're going to start adding our 6 large eggs. And then you're going to whisk it all together. So because there's nothing in this that could be kind of overworked, just make sure you completely combine it. Make sure there's no dry like sugar on the bottom. Just really combine it very well. Whisk the ever-loving heck out of it. Alright, you see it's just kind of lightly brown. You don't want it to be too brown. You really see it's even lighter in this shot. You're going to pour your filling on top. See, overlining it is going to save you a lot of heartache. And you're going to put that into the 325-degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. But first, we're going to do another ad break. I hope you guys find this easier. Hi, we're back. So you just want to bake it for about 20 to 25 minutes, and you see you just want the middle to be barely set. You want it to be firm and not jiggly. Let it sit for a couple hours. I know it's hard, but this is something you eat at like room temperature or cold, preferably cold. I like to let these sit overnight before I eat them. It just does something to the crust. It all like comes together. It's lovely. It's so nice. But yeah, you don't want to eat this hot. I would let it sit at room temperature and cool off for about 2 hours. And then you can put it in the fridge and let it sit overnight. I promise it's worth it. It's totally worth it to let it sit. It just, the flavors just develop so nicely. And that's it. That's a lemon bar. You can garnish it with some powdered sugar, and I like to eat it with strawberries. It's so good. Any berries would be lovely. I hope you guys like this. I've been saying I want to do this for such a long time, and if you do like it, like the video. Let me know down below if you would like more of these. I'm thinking of making some banana pudding next, if that sounds nice. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.